Memories linger in the steps we've made. Laughter and tears, the moments we've shared. The weight of goodbye hangs in the air. But every ending sparks a new start. Every journey leaves a mark on the heart. Though we're parting ways, the bond won't break. This is the promise we'll always make. One last bell, one last call. Together we've risen, now we stand tall. Through every triumph, through every fall, this is our time, we've given it all. One last bell, but it's not goodbye. Our dreams will soar, reaching the sky. We've built a family, we've found our place. Every challenge we met, we embraced. The lessons we've learned, the strength we've gained, will carry us forward through joy and pain. Though the road ahead is still unknown, we'll never walk it truly alone. In every step, in all we achieve, the spirit of today will never leave. Fill every day, one last call. Together we've risen, now we stand tall. Through every triumph, through every fall, this is our time, we've given it all. One last bell, but it's not goodbye. Our dreams will soar, reaching the sky. Let the violins weep, let the piano cry. This isn't the end, our dreams won't die. Through every door a new path unfolds. Our hearts stay united, brave and bold. One last bell, one last call. Together we've risen, now we stand tall. Through every triumph, through every fall, this is our time, we've given it all. One last bell, but it's not goodbye. Our dreams will soar, reaching the sky. One last bell, the moment is here. We'll carry these memories year after year.
Please remain standing for the national song.
Soft, fresh breezes, covered in trees so fair. Caribbean Sea. I'm coming very soon. Of you house to thee. Although I wandered far, my heart is shut the end. Homeland where came renounce. I cannot thee forget.
Thank you. You may be seated. We invite Mrs. Harris to give the official welcome.
Minister for Education and Training and Finance and Economic Development, the Honorable Ralston Angling. Elected Member of Parliament and Parliamentary Secretary, the Honorable Wayne Panton. Elected Member of Parliament and Parliamentary Secretary, Ms. Heather Bodden. Chief Officer for the Ministry of Education and Training, Mr. Tonya Cacho. Director of Human Resources for the Ministry of Education and Training, Mrs. Kimari Fletcher Barrett. Director for the Department of Education Services, Mr. Mark Ray. Deputy Director for the Department of Education Services, Dr. Richard Wilderman. Deputy Director for the Department of Education Services, Mr. Elroy Brian Watler. Senior School Improvement Officer, Mrs. Tammy Hopkins. Senior School Improvement Officer, Ms. Janice Headley. Senior School Improvement Officer, Mr. Nicholas Obi. Principal of Joanna Clarke Primary School, Mr. Delton Pedley. Guest speaker, Captain Darren McLean and Mrs. McLean. Staff of DES, Joanna Clarke Primary School, parents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. Good afternoon. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the Joanna Clarke Primary School graduating ceremony for 2025. Thank you for sharing in this momentous milestone of our future leaders and change agents. This afternoon promises to be one that will be forever ingrained in the annals of time. I welcome you.
We are incredibly happy that you are here today to support us. We hope you enjoy this afternoon's proceedings as we celebrate this momentous milestone.
We will continue with the opening prayer and scripture reading by our Lalani Edwards and Zachary Forrester, respectively.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for your abundant mercy and grace towards us. Thank you for the gift of life and for the wonderful privilege of knowing you. Thank you for our parents, our teachers, well-wishers, our fellow graduates, and for all who gathered here this afternoon to celebrate this momentous occasion. Heavenly Father, as we prepare to close this chapter, we pray that you will continue to grant us success in every aspect of our lives. We know that the challenges of the world abound, and that the expectations will be more demanding as we proceed. But with your guidance and protection, Heavenly Father, we are confident that we will make it through. We ask you to order our steps. Continue to mold us in a form that is pleasing in your sight. Continue to be our source of inspiration so that our future will be bright. With these and other mercies, I pray, amen.
Our scripture reading is taken from Philippians chapter 1, verses 9 to 10. And this I pray, that your love may abound still more and more in real knowledge and all discernment, so that you may approve the things that are excellent, in order to be sincere and blameless until the day of Christ, having been filled with the fruit of righteousness which comes through Jesus Christ, to the glory and praise of God. Here ends the scripture reading.
Thank you, Lilani and Zachary.
Please help me welcome the school choir with a musical selection.
voice and it sounds like grace instead.
You remind me who I am when I look in the mirror and I'm not so sure. Lord, I don't want to listen to the lies anymore. The truth is I am a father's child. I make him proud and I make him smile. I was made in the image of a perfect king. He looks at me and wouldn't change a thing. The truth is I am truly loved by a God who's good when I'm not good enough. I don't belong to the lies, I belong to you. And that's the truth. And that's the
I know who I am, 'cause I know who you are, and I hold your truth inside my heart.
I know the lies are always gonna try and find me, but I've never been so sure. Truth is I am a father's child. I make him proud and I make him smile. I was made in the image of a perfect king. He looks at me and wouldn't change a thing. The truth is I am truly loved by a God who's good when I'm not good enough. I don't belong to the lies, I belong to you. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. And that's the
Thank you for such a beautiful rendition. You have truly blessed our hearts with that beautiful song.
Honorable Ralston Anglin, the Minister for Education and Training and Finance and Economic Development, will now bring us greetings.
Good afternoon. This is quite the occasion. Seeing so many proud parents, guardians, grandparents, supporters, and well-wishers. So boys and girls, you see how many people have come out for you today? Give them a round of applause, all of your parents and grandparents and guardians. And whilst it is good to see so many of you come out to support our young people, and I know quite a few of you in the audience, young people, all 65 of you, I'm here because of you. I'm here today to celebrate you, to celebrate your achievements. Before I start my formal remarks, let me thank the 2 elected members who are in government with me for their unwavering support to everything education and to their constituencies and the people of the Cayman Islands. I want to thank Mr. Panton and thank Ms. Borden. Also want to welcome back to the ministry Chief Officer Cacho. These are exciting times for you young people, exciting times for education, because we want to ensure that you have the best possibility for as bright a future as you can earn. And I say you can earn because it's going to be your continued hard work. It's going to be you continuing to listen to the lessons that your parents have set for you from home, the guidance of your teachers at your new school. How many of you are excited to be moving on to high school? Wow, I heard some me's. Wow. Principal, thank you for your hard work. To you and your senior team and teachers, but it seems like you've done a great job because they're excited to move on. It is always good to hear young people ready to move on to that next chapter in their education journey. I understand that great things have been happening at the Joanna Clarke High School. I understand that you came third in the inter-primary Spanish competition, third in the Clifton Hunter math competition. I understand that of the graduating class, some 95% of you have had strong progress in math this year. So keep up the good work. I also understand that outside of the traditional classroom, there's a lot of eco-warriors and people who care about the environment. How many of you are part of the environment clubs and the eco-warriors? Keep that up, boys and girls. We only have one planet, and we are the stewards of it. Now, as you transition to high school, I'm sure that there would be some nervousness, some trepidation, and that's normal. But if you hold on to the values and lessons that have been taught to you and instilled here at the Joanna Clarke Primary School, you all are going to be just fine. I have every confidence that in a few short years, we will have many high honor graduates from the Clifton Hunter High School. Amen? I want to congratulate the MCs. They've done an outstanding job. As I've said a few times at these school leaving ceremonies, I just keep getting impressed more and more and more each time I come. I feel like I'm at some sort of professional event with real professional MCs and that sort of stuff. So good job, good job. This is the type of confidence that we need to be instilling in all of our young people. I want to thank all of the teachers. I know teaching can sometimes feel like a thankless job, but trust me, there are many, many more in the community who appreciate you and truly appreciate all of the work that you put into our young people than don't. Their parents, guardians, well-wishers, I want to thank all of you for the work that you put in to our young people. You're their first teacher. Children learn to walk, talk, hopefully, read somewhat, certainly count, color, and do a lot of important things at home. home is the first school. And so, as parents, you cannot leave it all to the school system. You have to continue to be strong in your advocacy, strong in your encouragement, strong in ensuring that you guide all of your young people if they're going to maximize their God-given potential. And so parents, while I know today is a wonderful celebration and we should be very, very happy about this transitory stage in our children's journey, as we all know, there's still a lot of work to go. It's a long ways to go to ensure that their high school education is truly successful. Because without your support, these young people before us will not achieve their God-given potential. So I encourage you to continue on. Young people, turning the page, journeying towards a brighter future. Whilst you will be turning a page, the fact is, this journey is one that you must continue to have a good attitude, to work hard, be honest, have great friends, have fun, be inquisitive, explore, dream big. There's a cliche saying now, if your dreams don't scare you, then they aren't big enough. So dream big, young people. These Cayman Islands is still the most wonderful place on the planet. There is a lot of opportunity awaiting you. And so as you transition to high school, irrespective of what you think you would like to do in life, I can guarantee you that if you work hard at it, your dreams can become a reality. And so as each of you, if you turn your page from primary to high, your journey will be one that will be fulfilling. And I can tell you that if you look at this hall, you have an army of support behind you to help get you there. And so I wish you every success at Clifton Hunter. And over the summer, have a wonderful break. Enjoy your summer, but come back recharged, re-energized, and re-excited for your next chapter. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for those words of inspiration. We will surely take them with us as we continue on our journey towards success.
We will now invite our principal, Mr. Pedley, as he reflects on the school year.
Parents, are you proud? You should be proud. And how was the choir? Thank you, thank you. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Boys and girls, do you believe in your dreams? Look at your parents and say, yes, we believe in our dreams. I don't think they heard you. Yes, we believe in our dreams. That's right. With protocol established, I extend warm greetings to all. Today marks a significant transition in the lives of our school leavers. Our theme, Turning the Page, Journeying Towards a Brighter Future, captures the spirit of this occasion. Every great story begins with a page turn. And this afternoon, we celebrate the stories of you, all of you, as you prepare to begin a new chapter, one filled with possibility, promise, and purpose. I invite you all to turn a few pages with me to reflect on some of the pages we have turned together and to acknowledge these young people as the future movers and shakers of their community. This year, our students made us proud in so many ways. A standout moment for us was our participation in the Clifton Hunter High School 6th Math Olympiad. We were brace for this, the only government school to make it to the top 3. Our team composed of Year 6 students who demonstrated that mathematics can be fun and fiercely competitive. We also turned the page in the interprimary Spanish competition, where we proudly secured the 3rd place. Our enrichment journey also included the National Children Festival of the Arts competition, where we earned 4 gold medals and 2 silver medals. Our students also participated gladly in athletics, football, basketball, and cricket, learning not only how to win, but also how to bounce back when the ball does not quite go their way. A powerful lesson in these times. Academically, we celebrated many milestones. Our reception, Mrs. Cowan, was rated good in all areas. And school-wide, we continue to observe marked improvement in positive behavior for learning. That's another cause for celebration. Our Year 6 cohort achieved a remarkable 95% improvement in mathematics. These boys and girls sitting before us this afternoon. That is not just turning a page. It's rewriting an entire chapter. They have also shone at the science fair, where their curiosity and creativity were on full display. I can still see the pride and sense of accomplishment all over their faces. Our students also engaged in family math socials, Pi Day and Literacy Week activities, star events, Dressstone Days, Career Day, a fun-packed spring fair, and a host of educational trips. Each experience added a line, a paragraph, or even a whole page to their personal stories, a part of their growth and development. Boys and girls, let us hop in a time machine for a moment. Close your eyes. Think back at your very first day at school. Tiny backpacks, nervous smiles. Do you see yourself? And shoes that perhaps were 2 sizes too large. But you were there and ready for an interesting and life-changing journey. You have grown. You have learned, and you're ready for the next big adventure. Open your eyes. Importantly, and I speak to the parents as well, turning the page does not mean forgetting what came before. It means building upon it. The lessons you have learned, the friendships you have made, the experiences you have had, these are the foundations of your future. Carry them with you. Before I close, I must extend heartfelt thanks to this year's committee, graduation committee, our music director, and all staff who worked tirelessly to make this event possible. To the entire team, you will all have a hand in this outcome. Colleagues, please stand and be honored wherever you are. A big hand for the staff of JCPS. You are the heart of our school, and we are deeply grateful for all that you do every single day, morning, midday, evening, and nights. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This afternoon, after 32 years of dedicated service, we salute Mrs. Julia Ebanks. Where are you, ma'am? And say thank you for your life-impacting contributions. Thank you, Mrs. Ebanks. We would also like to congratulate Miss Leanne Ebanks and Mrs. Leah Massely as they take on new opportunities in the new term. All the best. To the Ministry of Education, the Department of Education Services, and all affiliate organizations, thank you for your continued support. To our dependable, reliable, wonderful PTA, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all our community partners, not limited to SEMA, Life, Savannah SDA Church, Family Resource Center. Your support means the world to us. Thank you. To our parents and guardians, thank you for being the steady hands and guiding hearts behind your children's journey. Boys and girls, as you journey forward, remember every new page is a chance to grow, to lead, and to shine. Never forget. The world needs your voice, your ideas, and your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the faces of the future. The accountant, the architects, the artist, the astronaut, the banker, the baseball player, the basketballers, the business person, the cartoonist, the chef, the cosmetologists, the dancers, the doctors, the engineer, the firefighter, the footballers, the lawyers, and this is important, major video game develop and play, and the word major is important for him. Makeup artist, manager, marine biologist, mechanic, movie director, nurse, and our guest speaker will be happy to hear that we have a pilot in the making as well. Pilot, police officers, port authority worker, professional athletes, rugby player, singer, songwriter, and of course we have some teachers. Another important message. Remember, the future is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. So write your stories well. Write your stories carefully. Dream bravely. Do not listen to negative voices. Dream, dream bravely. And act boldly. And let kindness, integrity, and perseverance be the constants in your ever-changing story. Also remember your motto, which is? The best always. Morning, evening, Sunday, snowy day, rainy day, the best always. Congratulations, class of 2025. The next chapter awaits you, and it is going to be extraordinary. May God bless you all. May He continue to bless these beautiful islands. Thank you, and walk good.
Thank you, Mr. Pedley. Oh, how time flies. It is hard to fathom how so many wonderful things could have happened in just 1 year. It seems like just yesterday, our Year 6 journey had just begun.
We will now be treated to a performance in song from our school leavers. Thank you, fellow school leavers, and our very capable choir director, Mr. Hines, for such a melodious song. We invite Antonio Sanchez to introduce our guest speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we are honored to welcome a truly inspiring guest, a proud son of this very school, someone who once walked the same hallways, sat in the same classrooms, and wore the same uniform. From 1997 to 2003, Captain Darren McLean was a student at our school, Joanna Clarke Primary. Back then, it was Savannah Primary. He showed early signs of leadership, serving as head boy in year 6, and setting an example for his peers even at a young age. After leaving primary school, Darren continued his education at George Hicks High School and later graduated from John Gray High School in 2009. His journey began in business studies at UCCI, but life had a thrilling twist in store. A helicopter ride tour changed everything. It was during that flight that Darren discovered his passion for aviation and decided to chase the skies as a helicopter pilot. In 2012, he took a leap of faith and enrolled in Bristow Academy in Florida. By 2013, his hard work paid off when he earned his commercial helicopter license, but the skies weren't always smooth. His journey required patience, determination, and resilience. Even after earning his license, it took time before opportunity knocked. In 2017, Darren joined the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service as a tactical flight officer. Through further training in Trinidad and the UK, he rose through the ranks, and today he proudly serves as a captain in the RCIPS Air Operations Unit. Captain McLean's story is one of perseverance, passion, and purpose, and it all started right here at Joanna Clarke Primary School. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to a true Savannah star, our graduation speaker, Captain Darren McLean.
Good evening, everyone. It was a joke with my wife, Deja, who's here with me. She said, Darren, you're good at answering questions, but now you gotta make speeches. And I'm like, well, you got a point there. And I actually realized that this is my first public speech since I graduated here over 20 years ago. So it's a full circle moment today. As a former student of what was then known as Savannah Primary School, it is an honor and a true privilege to be here with you this evening. Turning the page, journeying towards a brighter future is the theme for this evening. As I sat with my thoughts, reflected and prayed for God to give me a message, I could only think of what my younger self needed to hear at this precise point in time. And to be honest, I can't keep it to a single point. There is such a big world out there filled with many great possibilities and opportunities. The moment you leave this school, you are going to be placed in completely new environments, wherever that may be. You are going to hope that you keep the same friends, and you will be entrusted to maintain the same level of respect and discipline that I am sure you all have learned over the past 6 years. Many of you have dreams and ambitions that others may discourage you from. Some may tell you it is impossible. Some may say that it's too hard or something that only others can achieve. But my advice to you all today is that no matter where life journey takes you and the people you meet along the way, do not allow anyone or anything to discourage you from pursuing what is planted in your heart. I encourage you to water your dreams with self-love and a belief so strong that no matter the obstacles or setbacks that you face in the coming years, you will never give up on them and learn to adapt and overcome every situation. You are going to be given a lot more responsibility for your own actions as well. It's on you now to surround yourself with the people who will push you to be your best selves in everything that you do. I could spend hours talking about how the people you surround yourself with can help or hinder your growth towards a prosperous future. Most importantly, please give yourself grace and be patient. You were all raised with technology and social media. And I know that you see others every day with lives and things that you may want or hope to have one day. However, always remember that your life is one of a kind, which is your gift. No one is you, and that is your superpower in an ever-changing world. The brighter future that we all see on your programs tonight starts with you every day. Every decision you make is building a future not only for yourself, but for the many others to come after you. And I hope that in 20 years, when you look back, you will thank your younger self for being the first person to believe in what you can achieve. Finally, I want to thank you all for pushing yourselves to complete this chapter in your lives. I know that sometimes you may have felt overwhelmed or the urge to give up, but you are all sitting here now as official graduates of Joanna Clarke Primary School. In closing, I just ask that you all please stand and repeat these words after me. All right, make sure everyone is in view. I am blessed and highly favored. I am unstoppable. I am on my way to a bright future. Y'all may be seated. And I just want to thank you all for having me here tonight. And I look forward to the great things you all are going to accomplish in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. We are truly inspired by you to continue striving for excellence.
On behalf of our fellow school leavers, Lily and I will now share some of our special moments and memories of our time at Joanna Clarke Primary School. Wow, what a journey it's been. Today is a celebration of everything we've learned, every memory we've made, and every laugh we shared along the way. Today, we turn the page to a brand new chapter in our story, a story that began years ago at Joanna Clarke Primary School.
Our graduation theme says it all, turning the page, journeying towards a brighter future. But before we start that new adventure, let's flip through the greatest hits from our early chapters.
We will take a trip down memory lane with all of you. Let's rewind to the beginning, all the way back in reception, where we learned important life lessons. We were tiny but mighty. Nap time was the best subject, hands down. Especially when we didn't even realize we were learning how to rest and reset. And who could forget singing the cleanup song while tidying the classroom like mini superheroes?
Clean up, everybody clean up. Year 1 brought us a twist no one expected. Online classes, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. We became Zoom experts overnight. This year came along with a big change, but we made it work. Who said you can't learn your ABCs in fuzzy slippers?
In year 2, things got wild. In a good way. Remember when Sean the turtle, our class pet, swam in a rain puddle and the whole class ran outside to watch? We cheered like it was the Olympics. How can we forget morning mile? We looked forward to our morning exercise. We ran, walked, sometimes we even dragged ourselves around the school field. But hey, it kept us moving.
Then came year 3, where we discovered we could make macaroni into skeletons. Yep, science and pasta. Who knew? We became little scientists. Yes, we were armed with glue, pasta, and a whole lot of creativity. We did cool shadow experiments and splashed our way through swimming classes, some better than others. But one thing is for sure, we had fun.
Year 4 was all about discovery, and by now, we were skilled, proficient scientists. We peeked at bugs under a microscope and screamed, investigated plants, and maybe accidentally pulled out a few. And learned about solids, liquids, and gases, with the help of Cheerios, of course. Who knew breakfast cereal could teach science? Learning was officially delicious.
In year 5, we took on the world, or at least Botanic Park, on our field trip. We made origami so beautifully. We could have been hired in Japan. And we even took sailing classes because who says 10-year-olds can't learn how to captain a boat?
Then came the big finale, year 6. We toured mangroves and wetlands, made real electrical circuits, turned our classroom into a chocolate lab, and became mini lawyers in a mock court case. Shout out to our teacher for being the best and probably most dramatic judge ever. Order in the classroom, please. This was our first year we would have a separate math teacher, and we worked hard, especially to achieve our highest score in our Beat That. We were true mathletes.
Our special subjects were the best. We had tons of fun in our music classes. We played instruments, sometimes in tune. In Spanish, Kahoot quizzes had us more competitive than the World Cup. Library was our haven of knowledge, where reading took us all around the world. And of course, coding and online safety made us experts in computing. One thing is for sure, we gave it our all.
Outside the classroom, we were unstoppable. We ran, kicked, dribbled, sprinted, and scored in cricket, football, basketball, netball, and track and field. These were outlets for many of us to showcase our talents and skills. We raced to the finish line at Sports Day and Interprimary, sharing our school pride. We were champions, whether we won or not. We gave our hearts out and supported each other every step of the way.
Some of our best memories weren't even in a subject. Who could forget dunking the principal at the spring fair? Sorry, sir. Soaking the deputy principal at Fun Day. Definitely not sorry, Miss Dayson. Mrs. Harris, next year the year 5s will definitely find you. Dressing up as our favorite characters. Competing in the science fair. Exploring careers on career day. Dancing and laughing at class parties and star events.
As we turn this page, I want to say thank you. Every year, every memory, every friend, and every teacher shape who we are today. To our teachers, thank you for your patience, your wisdom, your kindness, and your jokes, and encouraging words, and your never-ending stash of stickers.
To our parents and families, thank you for showing up. You helped us with our homework, showed up at reporting sessions and student-led conferences, even if we forgot to give you the letter from school. Thank you for your never-ending support.
and to my fellow Year 6 students, thank you for being part of the adventure. Every joke, every project, every cheer, we did it together. Our school motto was a guiding force, the best always. I truly believe we have lived up to it, not just in our grades or our goals, but in our friendships and resilience.
Now, as we close this chapter, we're not saying goodbye, we're just turning the page. And trust me, the next chapter looks bright, exciting, and totally full of even more great stories to come. Let's keep growing, dreaming, and making history, just with fewer Cheerios in our science experiments.
We are ready.
We are brave. We
are
the best always. Let's journey towards that brighter future, one page at a time. Congratulations, we made it!
We will certainly take those memories with us and keep them close to our hearts for a lifetime.
Our program continues with a video presentation compiled by Ms. Nairn and Mr. Taylor. We hope this will give you at least a hint of the wonderful times we have had at JCPS throughout the years.
Check. Okay. With protocols already established, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. We will now be presenting our graduates with their school leaving certificates, awards, and special presentations. Courtesy of the PTA, each child will receive a gift which will be presented along with their school leaving certificate. I will now invite Mr. Clarke and Mr. Erskine for this segment.
Good afternoon, everyone. Awards of 2025, Gemma Andrade.
I will invite Honorable Ralston Anglin, the Minister for Education and Training and Finance and Economic Development, to present the first batch of certificates.
Gemma Andrade. Expected standard in Spanish, physical education, music, progress in gaps. Jonathan Barrett, Consistent High Achiever Award, greater depth in gaps, PIRA, PUMA, PE, Spanish, and computing. Kenya Bush, greater depth standard in PE, music, expected standard in gaps, PUMA, science, and Spanish. Jasmine Beckford, consistent high achiever, greater depth standard in gaps, PIRA, Spanish, computing, and physical education. Lily Bennett, consistent high achiever award, greater depth in gaps, PIRA, Spanish, computing, PE, and music. Aubrey Borden, consistent high achiever award, greater depth in Spanish, expected standard in gaps, PIRA, PUMA, and music. Melania Borden, expected standard in music and physical education, progress in PUMA, gaps, and science. Zaire Bonthorn, expected standard in gaps, PIRA, PE, and music. Kylie Brown, expected standard in Spanish, gaps, computing, physical education, and music. Ethan Basil, consistent high achiever award, greater depth in gaps, PUMA, science, Spanish, and computing. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
I will now invite Ms. Setana Cacho, Chief Officer for the Ministry of Education, to present this batch of certificates.
Madison Campbell. Madison Campbell, consistent high achiever, greater depth standard in gaps, computing, science, and music. Madeline Cato, greater depth in Spanish, physical education, and music, expected standard in PIRA and gaps. Richard Chow, greater depth standard in Spanish and physical education, expected standard in gaps, PIRA, computing, and music. Ethan Connolly, greater depth in physical education, expected standard in music, progress in Puma. Castle da Costa, consistent high achiever award, greater depth in gaps, computing, science, expected standard in PIRA, Puma, Spanish, physical education, and music. Liam da Costa, consistent high achiever, greater depth in gaps, Puma, science, and Spanish. Sage Dawkins, Archibald, greater depth standard in Spanish, computing, physical education, and music, expected standard in gaps, PIRA, Puma, and writing. Anaya Evans, greater depth standard in computing and Spanish, expected standard in PIRA, gaps, PE, writing, science, and music. Cadence Ebanks, consistent high achiever, greater depth standard in gaps, music, Spanish, and computing. Lilani Edwards, consistent high achiever, greater depth in gaps, computing, Spanish, and music. Madison Ewers, greater depth standard in gaps, computing, Spanish, and music. Zachary Forrester, consistent high achiever, greater depth in gaps, Puma, science, PE, and music. Jayla Francis, greater depth standard in Spanish, physical education, and music, expected standard in PIRA and gaps. David Fraser, expected standard in gaps, Puma, Spanish, physical education, and music. Okay, thank you, Madam Chief Officer.
We will now invite Mr. Mark Ray, Director for the Department of Education Services, to present this batch of certificates.
Aaron Frederick Jr., Aaron Frederick, consistent high achiever, greater depth in gaps, PIRA, PUMA, and science. Christian Garcia, greater depth in Spanish, expected standard in PUMA music and physical education. Tyra Jade Hay, consistent high achiever award, greater depth in gaps, PUMA, science, Spanish, computing, physical education, and music. Miranda Hines, greater depth in Spanish, computing, physical education, and music. Tetsu Hudson, greater depth standard in Spanish, physical education, expected standard in music. Thailand Hudson, consistent high achiever, greater depth in gaps, PIRA, PUMA, and Spanish. DeMarcus Jennings, consistent high achiever award, greater depth standard in computing, science, and Spanish. Jaden Kirchman, greater depth standard in Spanish, physical education, expected standard in science and music. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ray.
Mr. Erskine will continue with the presentations, and I will now invite Mr. Elroy Bryan, Deputy Director for the Department of Education Services, to present this batch of certificates.
Hallie Powell, consistent high achiever. Hallie receives awards for greater depth in gaps, PE, Spanish, and music, expected standard in science, PIRA, writing, and PUMA, progress in PUMA, gaps, science, and PIRA, school involvement, track and field, netball, and choir. Ajaya Lewis, expected standard in Spanish, PE, music, progress in PUMA and gaps. Ariana Matthews, greater depth standard in gaps, PIRA, computing and music, expected standard in science, writing, PE, and PUMA. Consistent high achiever. Gabriel Rankin, greater depth standard in Spanish, expected standard in PIRA, PUMA, PE, gaps, and music, progress in PUMA and gaps. Ali Moore, consistent high achiever. Greater depth standard in gaps, PUMA, and Spanish, expected standard in PIRA, computing, PE, and science, progress in PUMA, gaps, and science. Antonio Sanchez, consistent high achiever. Greater depth standard in gaps, PIRA, PUMA, science, and Spanish, expected standard in writing, PE, and music. Julia Miles, greater depth standard in gaps and Spanish, expected standard in music and PE, progress in PUMA and gaps. Dylan Pearson, consistent high achiever, expected standard in gaps, PIRA, science, PUMA, and computing. School involvement, track and field. Adrian Lewis, greater depth in PE, school involvement, football, and track and field. Scarlett Ramirez Vega, greater depth standard in Spanish and computing, expected standard in GAPS, PE and music, progress in Puma, special awards for prefect, excellence in Spanish. Thank you, Mr. Bryan.
We will now invite Honorable Wayne Panton, elected Member of Parliament and Parliamentary Secretary, to present this batch of certificates.
Caleb Macfield. Caleb Macfield, greater depth standard in PE, expected standard in GAPS, Puma, and music, progress in Puma, school involvement, cricket, football, basketball, and track and field. Adassa Rivers, greater depth standard in Spanish, expected standard PE and music, progress in Puma, GAPS, and science. Amari Rosales Swaby, greater depth standard in Spanish, expected standard in GAPS, PE, and music, progress in Puma, GAPS, and PIRA. Faith Shern, greater depth standard in Spanish, computing and music, expected standard GAPS, Puma, and PE, progress in Puma, GAPS, and PIRA. Nathan Hurston, expected standard in Puma, Spanish, PE, and music, progress in Puma and GAPS. Harmony Shern, greater depth standard in Spanish, expected standard in GAPS, PIRA, Puma, science, computing, PE, and music. Cathalia Smith, expected standard in music, special awards, most improved academic. Nevea Solomon, greater depth standard in computing and Spanish, expected standard GAPS, Puma, PE, science and music, progress in Puma and GAPS. Sarada Subaran, greater depth standard in Spanish, expected GAPS, computing, PE, and music, progress in Puma, GAPS, and PIRA. Andre Taylor, expected standard in PE, progress in Puma, GAPS, school involvement, cricket, football, track and field. Brixton Telford, consistent high achiever, greater depth standard, Spanish and science, expected standard, GAPS, Puma, PIRA, music, computing, and PE, special awards, excellence in science. Madison Thames, consistent high achiever, greater depth standard in GAPS, computing, Spanish, and music, expected standard, PIRA, writing, Puma, and science. Lizanne Thomas, consistent high achiever, greater depth standard, GAPS, science, Spanish, and computing, expected standard, PIRA, writing, music. Josh Thompson, greater depth standard, Spanish and computing, expected standard in GAPS, PIRA, writing, Puma, PE. Thank you, Mr. Panton.
We will now invite We will now invite Miss Heather Bodden, elected Member of Parliament and Parliamentary Secretary, for this batch of certificates.
Ariane Thompson Miles. Expected Standard Gaps, PIRA, Puma, Writing, PE and Music. Progress in Puma, Gaps and PIRA. Valencia Walters. Greater Depth Standard Gaps, Music and Spanish. Expected Standard PIRA, Puma, PE, Writing and Computing. Progress in Puma, Gaps and PIRA. Kylan Webster, Consistent High Achiever Award. Greater Depth Standard in Science, Spanish, Computing and PE. Expected Standard Gaps, PIRA, Puma, Writing and Music. Jalea, welcome. Greater Depth Standard in Gaps and Spanish. Expected Standard Writing, Puma, Science and Computing. Progress in PIRA, Puma and Science. Harmony White. Greater Depth Standard in Spanish. Expected Standard Gaps, Puma, Writing, Music and PE. Progress in Puma. Jacob Wood. Expected Standard in Puma, Writing, Music and PE. Progress in Puma. Cadian Wood. Greater Depth Standard in Spanish. Expected Standard in Music and PE. Liz Clearwood Paniagua. Greater Depth Standard in Computing, Spanish, Expected Standard, Gaps, PIRA, Writing, PE, and Music.
Thank you, Ms. Bodden. So students, some students have more trophies, but time constraint, we will be presenting those after, or you will get those in your bags after. We will now move on to the special awards. We will begin with our head boy and the head girl and their deputies. They will each receive a cup. So I will now invite our head boy and our head girl, and I will invite Miss Tommy Hopkins, Senior School Improvement Officer, to present these cups for us. Lily Bennett and Jonathan Barrett. Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Now for our deputies, I will invite Dr. Richard Wildman, the Director of Department for Education Services, to present these trophies, the Deputy Director. For our deputy head boys, we have Ethan Basil, Zachary Forrester, and our deputy head girls, Valencia Walters, Kenya Bush. Thank you, Dr. Wellman. We will now have the Top Writer Award. The Top Writer Award goes to the student with the most outstanding writing skills exemplified throughout the school year. This award goes to one top writer from each class. The Top Writing Award was graciously donated by Mr. Randy and Miss Renee Rankin. Both persons are unavailable to be here today, so I will invite Miss Denise Hutchinson, Chief Financial Officer for the Ministry of Education and Training. Not here? Okay. Okay, so it's a writer award. I see Miss Joelle. Would you like to make Dr. Joelle Livingston? Sorry to... Thank you, Dr. Livingston. Our top writers from 6 Clarke, we have Ariana Matthews. From 6 Erskine, we have Tyra Jade Hay. And from 6 Elliott, we have Madison Thames. I would like all 3 of you to stay on stage until each one has collected, okay? Thank you. Can take a group photo. No? Thank you. Now for our Perfect Attendance Award. The Perfect Attendance Award is sponsored by and donated by Miss Michelle Powell, past JCPS PTA President. Attendance is a significant positive. Okay. Attendance has a positive impact on learning, and for this to happen, our children have to be in school. For a student to receive this award, they would have to be never late, never absent, never left school early. This means 100% attendance throughout the year. This year we have 3 students. We have Jonathan Barrett, Tyra J. Tyra Jade Hayde, and DeMarcus Jennings. And Tyra Jade, stand stage. Thank you. Can you come to the center for a group photo, please? Thank you. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Now for our Sportsmanship Award. The Sportsman and Sportswoman Award of the Year is a... Thank you. The Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Award goes to students who have demonstrated not only excellent athletic abilities, but also by participating in several sporting activities. I will invite Mr. Nicholas Obi, Senior School Improvement Officer, to present these awards for us. Thank you. Our Sportsman of the Year is no other person than Tetsu Hudson. And our Sportswoman of the Year award is no other person than Jasmine Beckford. And I will invite both of you to stay on stage for one photo as well. Step to this. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Obi. The Ralph and Marjorie Beckles Award for Citizenship and Extracurricular. This award is given to a girl who not only displays good citizenship, but is involved in extracurricular activities. This is the 12th year that this award is being presented on behalf of the Beckles family and is given in memory of Mrs. Marjorie Beckles, a past teacher, principal, and early childhood administrator. This cup was graciously donated, as in previous years, by the family of Mark and Cindy Scotland. They are not here today for this presentation, so I will invite Miss Ashley to make this presentation for us. Miss Ashley is our PTA president. This year's recipient for the Ralph and Marjorie Beckles Award for Citizenship and Extracurricular Activities goes to Lily Bennett. Thank you, Ms. Ashley. Now for the Joanna Clarke Award. This award is for the overall outstanding academic achievement. The Joanna Clarke Award is being presented to the boy who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement throughout the year. This year, as in previous years, the recipient is also receiving a prize compliment of Mr. Winston Connolly. We will ask Miss Judith Witter, who is Miss Clark's niece, to make this presentation for us. And Mr. Connolly is unable to be here today. This year, the recipient for the Joanna Clarke Overall Outstanding Achievement goes to Aaron Frederick. Sorry, we skipped this one. The Mary Graham Award for Citizenship for Extracurricular for the boy goes to no other person than Jonathan Barrett. Ms. Karubia is making that presentation for us. Thank you. This year's Principal Cup for overall outstanding achievement. The Principal's Cup is being presented to the girl who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement for the past school year. This year, as in previous years, the recipient is also being rewarded with a prize complement of the PTA. Mr. Pedley, I will ask you to make this presentation for us, along with Miss Ashley Watler, who is our PTA president. This year's recipient for the Principal's Cup is Lily Bennett. Miss Ashley, please stay. Thank you, Mr. Pedley. So this concludes our special presentations for this afternoon. However, Miss Ashley has another special presentation and something she'd like to say.
Thank you, Ms. Elliott. Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon. Protocol already established. Welcome everyone to our graduation for 2025. Can I get all of our graduates to please stand? Can I ask all of our standing PTA members to please stand? If you are serving PTA member, please stand. This year has been a remarkable understanding of a statement of true stride, never fail, never give up. We are extremely proud of the class of 2025. You all have worked hard, you've worked tirelessly, you've given back to our school. You've enjoyed everything the PTA has put on for our school. You have pushed through it all. As you guys mentioned in your speech, you are COVID kids. You went through lockdown. And ladies and gentlemen, are you not proud to see them standing here tonight? A few of our members are online, and as a part of our group, this is a team effort. This is not something I solely do. This is done with a full team behind me. And one of our members is standing, who has not been here once, but she's been here twice. Miss Charlene Thames, can you please come to the podium? Ms. Charlene and I have the privilege of serving prior to this role with Mr. Mark Scotland, who's not here today. But this is her last child. Thank you for all you've done, continue to do, and we're very thankful for you. So there's a good thing about having someone like Charlene on your PTA. So I'm going to get her to help me announce what the PTA has given this year's class of 2025. You're going to
Cayman Brac for a day trip.
We are extremely proud of you all. And we know that the teachers behind us are extremely excited as well as you all. This is encouragement. This is for future years below us. For year fives, if you're in the audience, you have to work hard. You have to put the work in. Parents, get involved. Be involved in our school. Prepare your children to be great stewards of our country. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you. You may be seated, boys and girls. I will now invite Mr. Mark Ree for a presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is with great pleasure that I have the honor of speaking a little bit about an educator that you heard about earlier in your program. She gave us more than 30 years, in fact 32 years, of dedicated service to the Department of Education Services. And I'll just like to read a little bit about her service over the years. So today we celebrate the retirement of a truly iconic figure in the life of the school, Mrs. Julia Ebanks. Her departure marks the end of an era defined by consistency, care, structure, and deep commitment to the values that hold our school together. Mrs. Ebanks first joined the Department of Education Services as a temporary teacher in 1984. A young woman with a determined spirit and a strong presence. She served in that role for 5 years, laying a foundation that defined her future as a steadfast educator. After spending several years in the private sector, Mrs. Ebanks returned to public service in November 1996, joining the staff of Savannah Primary School as an assistant teacher. She was promoted to teacher in 1997, where she remained until her first retirement in 2016. This retirement wasn't the end of teaching for her. It was simply a pause. In January 2018, she returned as a supply teacher, then resumed full teaching duties later that year. In July 2022, she transitioned back to the role of assistant teacher, serving faithfully until now, when her service will end in July 2025. Altogether, Mrs. Ebanks has dedicated over 32 years to the Department of Education and over 27 years to this school community, a legacy few can match. Ms. Ebanks is best known for her no-nonsense approach to discipline, structure, and personal responsibility. Her classroom ran like clockwork. Every student had a number, every item matched that number, and every cubby was meticulously maintained. She used screens for every test, demanded order, and cultivated a space where routines fostered confidence and pride. She expected excellence, not just from her students, but from their families as well. Parental involvement was not optional. It was essential. She believed the child's growth was a shared responsibility and worked tirelessly to ensure everyone played their part. Her voice, it cuts through any noisy corridor like a conductor's baton, bringing immediate order. Her look and tone, firm, poised, and commanding, needing no follow-up. She served as the school's unofficial disciplinarian across many administrations, trusted to restore structure, mentor new teachers, and keep standards high. If you look closely, you might see the twinkle in Ms. Ebanks' eye or her secret smile when she thinks you're not looking. She stands out not just for her longevity, but also for the way she led, taught, and cared. Her take-charge attitude, calm but commanding, structured yet supportive, was a hallmark that you would feel as a new member of staff whom she deemed part of her team. She worked exceptionally well as a team member, learning, breaking down, and teaching the ropes with diligence and carrying her care for those in her team all the way home. If Mrs. Ebanks had your back, she had it fully, with loyalty, blunt honesty, and action. For those students who chose not to follow the rules, well, many a break time was spent under the watchful eye of Mrs. Ebanks, accompanying her in class, learning not just consequences, but life lessons in self-control, respect, and reflection. Yet beyond the discipline, there was warmth. There were treats for those who earned them, moments of laughter for those who met expectations, and unwavering protection for every child. If you followed the rules, you had no greater advocate than Mrs. Ebanks, a teacher who would look out for you at every turn, encourage you to be your best, and remind you, often with her trademark, how to do it numbered steps, that success starts with responsibility. She has lived and breathed the values of STAR, S-T-A-R-R, safety, trustworthiness, achievement, respect, and responsibility. Not just teaching them, but trying to embody them in everything she did. As she steps away from the classroom once again, this time for good, we do not simply say goodbye, we say thank you. Thank you for your voice, your structure, your discipline, your treats, and your heart. Mrs. Julia Ebanks, your presence will be deeply missed, but your legacy will echo in every corridor you once commanded, in every student you've shaped, and in every teacher who had the privilege of serving alongside you. Congratulations on a well-earned retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Julia Ebanks. Mrs. Julia, can you come to the stage, please?
Come on. Thank you. It's actually been 41 years, private and public. This is not my choice to go, but I'm going. But it's not my choice. I'm not going to stop doing what I love to do. I do appreciate the acknowledgement. I am so surprised. You're not supposed to know those things. That was between me and what I would call my children. So much so that my own two would get jealous. I don't know. I'm Miss Ashley. Children, you know, I love it when y'all come back to visit me. I have my kids from 20 years back who still come by to visit me. And that, I love it. It makes me say, okay, I'm staying. I'm not leaving tomorrow. Parents, please, and children, listen to this. When your child speaks to you, put one hand over the other ear so that what you hear from them you can process. Be patient with them. I know it's hard, but be patient. Parents, I know it's hard for you working 2 jobs, working 3 odd hours. But for the children, for them to go to school, it's like going to work. Isn't it, kids? It is. I felt like a parent so many times because I saw you kids more during the day than your own parents did. And that's why I was strict. Because I cared. I loved y'all in my own way. You're always going to be a little bit of mine. And somehow I'm going to come back. Somehow. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Julia, and thank you, Mr. Ring. Okay, so we will continue with the program. I will invite my MCs to come back. Thank you. Just a few things. When we're having the recessional, I'm going to ask parents to kindly wait until all the students have marched all the way out, and our reserved distinguished guests, please. We will also invite our JCPS staff to come to the stage for a photo at the end, please.
We will now invite Cadence Ebanks and Castle da Costa to give the vote of thanks.
Before the vote of thanks, we will invite Valencia Walters and Ethan Basil for a presentation to our guest speaker.
Mr. McLean. Oh.
I will invite Mr. McLean again, please.
Mr. McLean, on behalf of the Mr. McLean, on behalf of the JCPS graduating class of 2025, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to you. Your valuable words and your inspiring words and valuable insights have truly made this day even more special for us. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and experiences and for motivating us as we embark on the next chapter of our lives. We are incredibly grateful for the time and effort you have taken to be here and for the lasting impact you have made on our special day. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the close of this unforgettable milestone in our lives, it is my great honor, on behalf of the graduating class of 2025, to offer our heartfelt gratitude to all those who made this day and this journey so special.
First, to the incredible staff of Joanna Clarke Primary School. Thank you for not only teaching us math, reading, science, and so much more, but also for teaching us lessons that can't be found in any textbook. Lessons about perseverance, kindness, responsibility, and respect. You've helped shape who we are and who we are becoming, and for that, we are forever grateful.
To the Department of Education Services and the Ministry of Education, thank you for your continued support of our learning and for creating an environment where students across the Cayman Islands can grow, thrive, and aim high.
To the members of the Cayman Islands government, we extend our sincere thanks for your leadership, investment in education, and your presence here today. Your belief in the next generation gives us the confidence to turn the page with boldness and purpose.
To the Parent-Teacher Association Executive Body, thank you for being a vital bridge between home and school. Your dedication, advocacy, and support throughout the years have made a real difference in our lives.
A very special thank you to our guest speaker, Captain Darren McLean. Your words today have truly inspired us. Knowing that you once sat in the very same classrooms and walked the same halls gives us hope that our dreams, too, are possible. Thank you for reminding us that the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
To our graduation coordinators, thank you for all the hard work behind the scenes to make this celebration so meaningful and memorable. Every detail reflects your care and commitment to making this day special for all of us.
We also wish to thank the Theline McCoy Primary School for graciously allowing us to use this beautiful hall. Your generosity and hospitality have provided the perfect setting for this joyful occasion.
To our specially invited guests, thank you for taking the time to celebrate with us. Your presence adds meaning to this milestone, and we are honored to have you here.
To our beloved parents and guardians, no words can truly express our gratitude. Your love, sacrifices, support, and belief in us, even on the hard days, have brought us to this moment. Thank you for standing with us every step of the way.
To our friends and well-wishers, thank you for cheering us on from near and far. Your encouragement has lifted our spirits and helped us keep moving forward.
And finally, to the class of 2025, congratulations. Today we turn the page, not with fear, but with hope. The future is bright and the best is yet to come.
Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you all once again for sharing this special occasion with us. We appreciate you and we will continue to strive for the best always.
Thank you so much. Please give another big round of applause for our MCs for today. They did an awesome job. Thank you so much, guys. So our graduates will leave first, then our dignitaries, followed by our parents. Graduates, leave your bags, please. Leave them on your chair. You're all coming back. Leave everything on your chairs, please.
Try